So, is this still recording? Shit. Okay. Alright, that's still recording. Cool. Awesome. Great. We're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spooky Movie Double Feature Show. I am joined this week by my good bro Chacho and one of my best friends and one of the hottest indie filmmakers on the scene right now, Dylan Rick James Nix. So, that's you, man. Oh, wait, hold on. Dylan, how you doing? How you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Oh, was it a good week for you?
No.
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 Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Also, Kyle's here this week, too, guys, just in case everybody's wondering. Kyle, say hi.
Oh, you have a co-host?
Usually. Every
you
week.
just didn't introduce me first, so.
Week in and week out, I always try to get a guest, and I can't, so you kind of just fill in. Is this where I break that to you?
I figured because it's always 2 minutes before you start recording.
Yeah, all right, I got you. But, yeah, as was said, we have our guest, Dylan R. Nix, who is a film director, film editor, screenwriter, book writer, novelist. Done a bunch of different things throughout your illustrious career. And
Sort of a light capturer, you know what I mean? Photons going to the camera. All right, go on. Sorry.
What? The fuck are you talking about, Kyle?
You catch light as a director or a videographer.
Videographer. That's a big one for you.
Thanks, buddy.
But so, Dylan, I guess what we're just kind of doing, we both watched a number of your projects leading up to this. I watched the documentary based on Baron von Laugho. I watched The Demon of Serling. I watched your Stranger Things Billy video. Me personally, I was a big fan of that one. I thought you were a very believable Billy.
That thing's awesome, bro.
I wanted to do the one from season 3 where he's at the pool, but
and it's just all the dads in a line instead of the mom.
Yeah, but that just would have been a lot to try and get everybody there. And, no, but it would have been funny if I could have pulled it off. But
yeah, it would have been even better if you pulled it off in like a backyard with an above ground pool too.
No, I really wanted to try and film it at like because I feel like that would have sold it.
Well, and you've always been pretty solid with locking down some locations too. Like especially in the Demon of Serling, you have a bar that I'm pretty sure I've been to in there.
Yeah,
you have a movie theater,
Forest Hill, Maryland. Yep.
Yeah, you have the movie theater, which that was in Florida, right?
Yeah, that was in Ocala. I forget the name of the theater, but I mean, dude, you'd be surprised if you just reach out, like literally, with the exception of having to like go in person and talk to a few people like that bar or whatever. Like you can usually just shoot an email. Hey, I'm so and so. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what I need it for. And if you just offer a little bit of money, like, and I mean literally like $100, like, hey, I'll pay so and so to stick around, while we film for like a couple hours. I'll pay them $100 or something. Usually they'll say yes.
Huh. That's
or
pretty
sometimes
cool.
I've had to pay more.
Yeah, I always wondered that. And so now I fucked up and said that Sickos was your first short film. What was your first short film?
Official, like to start my YouTube channel and everything, and it was called this short film called Intravenous.
Ah.
Like the very first short film that I put on my YouTube channel. There was other like false starts and things that I tried making when I was like in high school. But Intravenous, like me and my buddy Shane from high school, I think we graduated and we literally went and bought our first camera at Target together. Like we split it in half and we were like, oh, we're going to make movies with this. And it was a Canon T3i Rebel. And we wound up not even using that to make that short film. We had another buddy who had a camera who was the cinematographer. So we made that. And then Sickos was the second one. That's after I moved to Maryland. And then
okay. And that's the one that you actually wound up at a film festival for, right?
Yeah, I got a nomination for Best Short Screenplay or something in Charleston. So I lived in Maryland at the time. And drove down there. It was the Crimson Screen Horror Film Festival of 2015. And that's a whole story in and of itself. But I didn't win. And I've never won any kind of award or anything. And my work doesn't usually get nominated. There's been like a handful of things here and there. Like Sharp Candy got nominated for like Best Villain for my clown, Laugho.
Oh, for Laugho, yeah.
But
yeah, Laugho's great. I love Laugho as a character. I was thinking, I was going to tell you this while we were on the phone earlier, Paul. It's like, if this goes well, if we ever want to do this again, it would be fun to have. Do you ever play Laugho like as a character? Like, I don't know, I guess you don't do other podcasts anymore, but would you be down to like do a character one time, like as the whole pod as Laugho? Or I don't know. I feel like that could be fun.
I want to say, yeah, like, sure, I'd be down. Just right now, I'm, like, dead inside when it comes to, like, I have to put on that makeup again to finish this movie that I'm still doing with Laugho. So I've got to dress like him again for at least... It's probably going to wind up be 2 days of filming, and I just don't want to do it.
Yeah. No, and I this was just an idea and speculation. I was just, like, floating the idea. But, yeah, I love Laugho as a character.
I used to, like, kind of, wonder, like, oh, what if I ever got a little bit of a following and could go to like a Comic-Con or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wonder if it'd be fun to be in character, but I honestly think like I'd run out of steam because it's a lot. Like it's very high energy. Like some of the bloopers and stuff, whenever I've played Laugho, like, I'm all like, like and then immediately just, all right, how's it look? Like, fuck,
Yeah.
So imagine having to like do, because I wouldn't want to break character in front of people, and be like, I'd want to stay, and so it's just a lot, and so I'd be down.
With Laugho, are you drawing inspiration from like many things? Because I feel like I've seen like an amalgamation of like Crypt Keeper, and then just like. I evoke John Wayne Gacy, obviously, looking at the clown, but like as a host, like I see like Joe Bob. I don't know if you guys watch the Drive-In.
Yeah, I remember Joe Bob.
Yeah,
Joe
I don't know. Yeah.
A lot of Elvira in there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I think honestly a lot. I mean, I think it comes from a little bit of everything. Because it's hard not to be inspired by a lot, but I know for a fact, like when I first came up with the idea of like the Spook-A-Thon and first came up with the character, it was a mixture of like Pennywise, the Tim Curry one, Captain Spaulding, and there's this clown commercial that had I forget the name of the cereal, but there's a clown that comes out of a tent, and it's like black and white. And I just loved that vibe, and I was like, "Oh, I want to do that. That seems like so much fun." I can't remember the name of the cereal. Damn it! But it was those three things kind of what inspired me, and then over all the different projects, like I've taken things away and added things that mirror my personality more. And now I think of like I used to think like, "Oh, I want Laugho to be like a slasher clown character." But I don't think that's what he is. I think it's more just like I look at him as like a big troll, basically.
Yeah,
just
the way I was prefaced with it, I thought he was going to be, a lot more involved. Well, just in the Spook-A-Thon, essentially. But, I thought he was going to be like the one killing and stuff. But no, he's the host. He's just like a happy guy, it seems like, to give these children horrid videos.
The host
Did you watch
watched
Sharp Candy?
I haven't watched Sharp Candy, no.
Okay. Well, that's where that show was meant to be, like, where Laugho's the villain.
Oh, okay.
And, like, he has 2 episodes in that where he's the villain. And then I want to do more with him, filmmaking especially in indie filmmaking, requires a lot of effort and money that you don't have. And
schedules lining up.
Yeah, and it's just, it's a nightmare. So, especially when you're playing Laugho, and I play Laugho, and I didn't want to play Laugho. I didn't ever mean to play him so many times, but it just happened. And I know I'll show up, so it's easy to just cast myself. But, no, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, that's sort of how you've wound up casting yourself in most of your projects, right? It was never, like, none of them were supposed to be you, but...
Except for the sex scene in Serling.
No. No, Demon of Serling definitely, like, that was not supposed to be me. Sorry for my dog. That definitely was not supposed to be me, but my actor had to drop out like 4 days before filming, and we had that was the most prepared I've ever been for any of the films that I've done. Like, I had everything scheduled to an exact, like, days off. Like, we were going to film that movie within like 10 days, and I had just everything lined up. And then he dropped out 4 days beforehand, and I wasn't canceling everything. I said, fuck that. I'll just play the character. Like, whatever. So that's why, like,
I watched Baron von Laugho's thing first. Halloween Spook-A-Thon. It's such a mouthful. Anyways, yeah, and then I watched Demon of Serling, and damn, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, that's good.
That title's such a fucking long...
Dude, for real, it got me out of my thought. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You guys go on if I remember it.
I think I was just gonna call it like... Halloween Special or something like that, or Halloween Spook... Or just call it Halloween Spook-A-Thon. But I don't know. I just thought... I don't know. I don't know what my young... I was 21 when I made that, and I was just wanting to make something fun.
What I was gonna say now too is I think I knew that was like an earlier part of your works, but watching like BVLHS into Demon of Serling, like Demon of Serling set up structurally like really nice. I feel like you could tell that you had it all set up the way you did.
Yeah. The plan.
I mean, we still had our hiccups. I mean, there was, holy shit. There was like, we had our original location in that film for the main character's house, and like my character lives in a trailer on that guy's property. Originally, that was set to be two separate houses that we had next door to each other, and that was like, I think it was an hour and a half away or 2 hours away. And we had it booked, we had it reserved, and when we got there, the guy a couple weeks out, the guy was like, "Hey, I can rent you the big house, but the other house isn't available anymore." So then I was like, "Well, fuck, okay, you know what? Fuck it, we'll just shoot it at the house in Demon of Serling is where I was living. It's my grandfather's house, and that camper is like my dad's that was on our property. I was like, so I rewrote it to just take place there, and then we still wound up using that other location. At the end of the film, that's the house that Mr. Yarley's like hiding out in. But then even that day when we still were like, fuck it, we're just going to go shoot this scene. We had more stuff we were going to shoot exterior wise. Like there was a big river. We were going to shoot the scene where me and him were getting rid of the body. And it fucking downpoured. And there was like very little light. So we wound up canceling all that. So we drove an hour and a half, spent a whole day driving to this fucking location, unloading everything, and then it downpours. So then we just shoot that quick end scene of him walking around and being inside the house and whatever, and playing the board game. And then we filmed a special feature reel, and then we had to drive all the way back. So that was a complete day just lost.
Wow.
And then, even though everything was still... That week went relatively okay. I mean, we got a lot done. The movie did not get finished shooting for a year and like a month or something after all that, because there were still like little scenes here and there, pickup stuff, to the point where I shot a majority of it in Florida. It wasn't until I moved to Maryland and then like half a year later finished filming what few scenes I had left up in Maryland.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
what span of how many years?
It took me a year to film. It took me a year to film Demon of Serling, and then probably like another year to edit it.
Oh wow! Where'd you get?
It wouldn't have taken me that long.
That one?
The inspiration?
Yeah, like where did it come from? Just I want to make a movie about a guy whose best friend is a serial killer. So my half of that story, and I'm assuming anybody who's listened to this
hopefully will maybe go watch Demon of Serling so they know what I'm talking about. But my character, like my character's whole arc with like the girl, the prostitute character, his girlfriend, all that shit, I had already in a short film, like written out since high school. It was called Mr. Chuckle Haha, and in it he's like a birthday clown and he's an asshole and whatever. And I actually have a poster. Maybe I'll send you guys the poster. I started production on that.
Oh wow!
I was going to play I had the poster for it and everything, and then I was meeting with actors, and then that fell through. And then my buddy David E. McMahon, who was in Sharp Candy, he's been in The Things We Bloom, The Demon of Serling. I've worked with him a lot in like witching season films and stuff. I wanted to write something just for him, and I had another buddy who was supposed to play my role, the one that dropped out. I was like, oh, I have this thing that like I want you to play, Mr. Chuckle Haha, that part.
Yeah.
So I took that, and then I wrote the Mr. Yarley stuff for David, and then I just smushed them together, and that's kind of how I got it. It was meant to be a way more violent, and like there was like some really oddball stuff in there that still kind of made it in, like the scene when they're at the diner and the waitress is like, I got this system, like there was supposed to just be like gross out humor. Like when they brought the food, I wanted the food to look like she had popped her cyst on the food and they were just going to eat it anyways. And like early on, I remember the opening scene when Mr. Yarley has the girl over for dinner. For some reason, or I can't remember why I got rid of it, but originally there was supposed to be like the power goes out and he like flips out in the kitchen and like throws spaghetti everywhere. It was the weirdest like choices, but I just really wanted the movie to feel fucking strange. And
Like a little more absurd.
A little silly. Yeah. I really like that waitress scene. I could see that waitress just doing some crazy shit, yeah.
I like when the lady just starts fucking singing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that, dude, I wrote that and not thinking it was going to be in the movie. I was like, I'm not going to find someone to, like, do the music and make an original, like, make the music for this song that I wrote. And then out of nowhere, I had this guy, his musician name is Gory Rory. He reached out to me out of the fucking blue and was like, hey, I really want to work with you. And I was like, I don't know if my budget. And he's like, I'll work with you regardless of, like, your budget. And so all that movie is original score that he did, and Molly Oblivion, who he partners with, like did the vocals for a lot of it. And it, hands down, because of the music alone, I think The Demon of Serling's probably my favorite project. Because the music to me like elevates it to a point of like, oh, this feels like cinema.
I do like your choice of music. I've only seen 2 of your films, but like there were some catches in BVL too that I liked, and then that scene and
BVL.
You can call it the Spook-A-Thon.
I don't know why. I just don't know why you're
That's
I've spoken of the Spook-A-Thon with many people, and I've never heard anyone refer to it as BVL.
I've been calling it Beevil in my head this whole time.
Every time he says BVL, I think of like Batman versus Superman. Like,
Yeah.
No,
Batman versus leukemia.
With Spook-A-Thon,
Batman versus leukemia. That's good.
Yeah.
With the Spook-A-Thon, my buddy Gunnar Clark did the music for that, for a majority of it, and then I actually did the other bit of it, and I literally just had like a sound board or something on the computer, and I would just fucking dabble until I got something that I could use. Yeah, and then I did that with Sharp Candy too, I think a little bit.
Dude, I know how long it takes to make a 5-second song you're going to use for like one scene in a movie, so like just respect, like props. Yeah.
Well, not to me. I mean, props, to the composers like Gory or Gunnar, because like they actually know what the fuck they're doing, whereas me, I get very lucky. Same with like, I've filmed a lot of the stuff that I've done, and I'm told that it looks pretty good, and like some of my one friend who worked with me on Demon of Serling and some other stuff, Shane, he knows his shit behind a camera. He shot a majority of Demon of Serling. I did some pickup stuff for it. But he's always like, dude, you're really good behind a camera. And I'm like, I get fucking lucky because I don't know
Well, I think that's
what I'm
everybody's that's everybody's experience until they just are definitively good, or like you might have been definitively good, but you just don't call yourself that till you have a respectable body and work to call yourself that and not get like talk shit on or something, you know.
Well, it's just like if you were to ask me to what's the definition of like aperture or ISO, I'd be like, I don't stop. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Like I know how to push the buttons and make it look nice.
There's so many musicians who say, oh, but I don't really know like music theory and stuff, but I could still play. They typically do tend to suck less, but that's music. I don't know about cinematography as much, but yeah.
Dude,
but they can still play. Like you do not need like the science behind it if you have the practice and, you know, yeah.
Well, even with my Sharp Candy show and the Spook-A-Thon. Spook-A-Thon, I feel like gets a pass because I purposely shot that knowing I was going to run it through, like the original release of it, I filmed it, edited it, and then I ran it through I recorded it onto a VHS tape, and then I used that recording as the original final film. And then, so I wanted people to see it like in a shitty VHS quality.
Okay.
But then I thought, when I re-released it, I was like, people probably don't want to watch that. So then I just released like the higher quality regular,
the restored version.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I was okay. So what was it filmed on?
The Spook-A-Thon was a Canon T3i.
Okay, yeah. You had me fooled at the beginning. I was like, oh my god, he has a film camera, and then like, you know, obviously later I was like, oh okay, this isn't the case. But like, yeah, that you hold really long on some B-roll like flora shots at the very beginning. I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Oh,
but then
that's
like
no bear. Yeah.
A little bit later, like I'm like living and breathing in this world a little bit, and I really liked it. I thought it was film, it wasn't, but like the aesthetic of the filter or whatever you had placed over it, like I really dug the shots. Yeah, there's some sick shots in there.
I think I got away with like, I'm so sorry for my dogs.
It's okay.
I got lucky with Spook-A-Thon because, like I said, I think the aesthetic that I was going for hides how shitty I was behind camera and like because I didn't even fuck with white balance. Like I didn't even know what that was. I was just like, film, press, button, go, action. And then same with my Sharp Candy show. I was trying to fuck with like white balance and shit more, but I was just like, I'd forget sometimes, and I'm a one-man show for the most part, so it wasn't until like the Things We Bloom and some short film projects and Demon of Serling that I really started trying to like learn a little bit more about like that. But ultimately, you know, when you're indie filmmaking and you literally only have like maybe 1 to 2 extra people to help you do stuff, it's like just about getting it done and getting it the best you can. Who?
You need a film daddy, a baby, or a sugar daddy.
Christ. Just like
all
buying
right,
you all the
bro, we're not
equipment.
ripping. Fuck it.
Oh my god.
I have a daddy. His name is Dan Parker.
I've met Dylan's dad, and he's cool.
My dad's in Sharp Candy. He's in the Things We Bloom.
Oh shit.
My dad gets hit with an egg on his head in Sharp Candy.
I gotta watch that. Which episode is that? Episode 4?
4, yeah, the worst episode.
Is this on Tubi too?
It's Tubi Dooby Doo.
I didn't see it on Tubi, but
Yeah,
I
plug
also
the
didn't
Tubi.
browse.
Pretty much all my shit's on Tubi, I think.
Well, and there's some stuff that's like just on your YouTube channel too, right?
Yeah, just like the short films and other stuff silly little shit that I've done on YouTube. And but no, yeah, Laugho, going back to that, was just the Spook-A-Thon I got lucky with. Sharp Candy, half of it looks okay, some of it looks like dog shit. And then I'm pretty happy with how Things We Bloom looks. But anyways, the point is like I was the cinematographer, quote, quote, on those things, but I don't consider myself one because I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I know how to. I out of necessity, I film my shit, and I think I get lucky. But I wouldn't want to film someone else's video.
Well, I honestly think you're doing your shit, you're putting out stuff, and you learn with each one. You know, you'll learn what white balance means eventually, and trust the process because I like your shit so far.
I believe in you to figure out white balance. Yeah, I believe in you. You'll get there.
I mean, I figured it out now, but I'm back then. I was just like, I don't care. Like and then you start to see, it's like, why doesn't my shit look good? And you're like, oh well, because you're not, putting in. But at the same time, then, the video aspect of it is one thing. I don't know shit when it comes to audio. I mean, you guys saw how much of a fucking pain. I couldn't even get my microphone hooked up to this shit. Like, then the balancing and the pitches. It's just like, holy shit!
I could
just
do
record
that
the fucking
in
audio.
Post. Yeah, it is a bitch, especially in terms of compatibility. Honestly, that's why I typically tend to go Windows. Anything Mac, you tend to have proprietary devices. Not really when it comes to like mics and shit, but yeah, it's more of a bitch typically to record with that. But yeah, it is just a bitch to get started, and then after that, it becomes easier.
Well, it's just like, because then you got to sync shit up. You got to sync the audio. You got to have someone there to record the audio. You got to have a separate audio recording device. And it's just like, hey, I'm just going to go up the audio on my camera, and we're going to go from there. And I've had to do some ADR, and that's been hit or miss.
Oh, I do have a question. In Demon of Serling, was Jason's line or Georgie's line ADR'd?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah or no?
Nope.
He was because it doesn't look like Jason in the scene.
That's me.
So that's why I was like,
that's me.
I had him in a bodysuit for that.
The entire budget of the movie went to making me look like that guy.
And I never even turned the camera around so we saw him from the front.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, that was an ADR, and I had him send that to me over his phone.
You
probably
recorded
sounds like
me
shit.
personally in our buddy's living room.
Oh.
Yeah. You were just like, hey, I'm like, you like held your
Whatever.
phone on. You're like, hey, say this. And I was like,
Hey,
all right.
Jason, non-union, work real quick for you real quick. Record this line.
I didn't get any SAG benefits for that one.
Well, with Demon of Serling, that wasn't even probably in the script. I was just trying to find moments where I was trying to have every one of my like close friends or people that have had me be in cameos of like their films or whatever. I tried to put them into either like Gunners in the movie for a split second on some like archive footage that I have of a short film. Our buddy Jeff, he was in it from like a song that he did on the radio, so that was in the background.
Crying
Some of my
from
other
the waist
friends
down.
Yeah, made some cameos, so I tried to just pepper that in wherever I could. And I thought that line was funny with, like, my character just not even knowing his name.
Yeah, it's simultaneously world building, too. Jason's, or, like, Paul fucking gets mad at it.
Yeah.
Is that what I called you?
No, no, you called him Jason. His name was Jason in the movie. I'm having trouble cycling through Paul, Jason, and Georgie right now.
Kyle's never going to believe it when he figures out I get called Dante at my current job.
Is that based off the Grandma's Boy character?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. For no.
Take that joint from my monkey, man.
Nobody fucks with a dog, man. Nixie, when did you, so did you always know that you wanted to make horror movies? Because I know that you've been a horror movie fan for pretty much your whole fucking life, but did you know that when you transitioned into making movies, you wanted to do horror, or were you more focused on, did you want to do drama? Were you
Well, growing up, I wanted to be an actor. I really loved Jim Carrey, so I imitated him, and my family thought it was funny, so I wrote that for a while. And obviously, looking back, it's like, ooh, cringy. But I eventually, like...
This was 4 years ago?
Yeah. I still like acting, but it's not my favorite. Like, I only like to do certain things, and then I also just don't, like... Because there's some shit I don't want to act in. Like, I remember in high school, it'd be like, oh, we're going to do Shakespeare. And it's like, no, Dylan ain't. Like, I'm not interested in that. Or like, okay, guys, we're going to do Irish accents. And it's like, I'm not. Like... And they're like, come on. It's like, no. Like, I only want to act in shit that I think I'd be good at. I'm not, and I hate rehearsing. Oh, I hate it. Like,
that would have been amazing if when they did the Irish accents, you just kept doing a Shrek impression.
I'm not.
Yeah, you
I had
kept
to keep
saying there could only be one.
I had to keep doing. I'm not even kidding. I had to keep doing the fucking Lucky Charms, like, oh, they're magically delicious, and to get into like and then I'd lose it. Anyways,
I think
so
the key phrase for an Irish accent is like, it's a fine day for motor car racing. I can't do an Irish accent, but that's the phrase they say to always latch on to.
Really?
For future reference.
It's a fine
I
day
had
for
no
motor
interest.
car racing. Just like that. Fucking okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
I've
guess
heard
I
that.
can get into it. I guess I.
I heard that in improv.
Oh, you took an improv class.
Well, it was
Don't you know
wrong.
that? Yeah, pretty loser
That's
material. But go on, guys.
It's the most Los Angeles thing you've ever said. Say you took
I
an
didn't. I
improv
did that in
class.
Missouri, bro.
Oh, so you took a really good improv class, is what
Dude, it
you're
was
saying.
comedy sports. It wasn't bad. It was fun. I went during COVID. I was bored, bro.
So it was an irresponsible improv class.
No one else
No.
was there.
Dylan, have you ever
What's the
taken an
shittiest
improv
time
class?
to do improv?
What could we possibly joke about? Oh, I know.
Yeah, rape. It's like, oh god. Okay. Oh, go on.
Right? I wanted to be an actor, and then I gave up on that, and then I started getting into, like, I mean, I've always loved movies and all kinds of movies, and then my grandmother and I used to watch horror movies together, and she would tell me to watch the special features to not be scared, and just watching people like make the movies, like one of the biggest things that was a huge inspiration for me were about two special features. One on Adam Green's Hatchet, the making of, and then the making of the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Both of those, like, I watched those again and again and again, and I still watch them sometime because they're just so much fun, and I remember watching them and being like, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to be on a fucking film set making pretend, and with like a bunch of people that are there wanting to do the same thing and just have fun and create these things and like fuck a real job or a day job. Like, this is what I want to do.
Dude, yeah, it's the
And,
dream. That's honestly like the new American dream with all the younger generations just wanting YouTube and streaming and stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's
Yup. people
people who still want to be doctors and astronauts, but yeah, and you know, me and Paul play pretend here on a podcast sometimes, and that's fun. And if we can make money from this, then fuck it.
Trying to get sponsored by Mentos.
I applaud anyone wanting to try and make their movies and stuff. I feel like I went for it, and I just think for me, I am not at all interested in doing YouTube and YouTube Shorts and Instagram Shorts and TikToks and podcasts.
It's a lot of work.
It's like I don't have the interest. I don't have the. I am an old man. I have a Zenith console television with a VCR right here. I would be happy with that. I would be happy with not having a flat screen, my cell phone. I don't want social media. I used to think it was kind of fun. Not anymore. Like, I don't want to post shit. Like, just, I don't want to do that. I'd rather have someone else do that for me. Let me go make my movie, and then I can go away.
You're a Luddite who loves Deadites.
What'd you just call me?
A Luddite being somebody who's anti-technology.
All right, bro. Just easy.
Oh shit, I almost knocked my computer over. One thing I do want to touch on, though, I think it's pretty interesting that you started watching horror movies with your grandma. Do you have any info on your grandma's background into horror?
I mean, she's dead. Oh.
Oh, that's all right. You got me. That's pretty scary.
I think she has a lot, but no,
She just started watching them with you or something.
Well, I mean, she's always just I don't remember. She was just into them, and I remember because I grew up across the street from her with my grandfather and stuff, and like I'd go over there on Halloween and we'd watch some like Ghost Adventures. That was our favorite show, and I think it kind of started with that, and then I don't know. I think my earliest memory was, I think I've told this story before on other podcasts. I stayed up late one night. I was younger than I should have been. It was like I was still in elementary school, I think, and I was watching Pokemon. That, like, the show was on TV, and I watched an episode of that, and I was supposed to go to bed, And instead I just turned down the TV and I went to another channel. And I came across Friday the 13th Part 6. It had just started, Jason Lives. And I was just so fucking, like, I was terrified, obviously, but I was just so captivated. I'm like, what am I watching? It was the graveyard scene in the beginning of the movie, and I was just like, I couldn't look away. And I watched it all the way through. And then the next day or so, I went over to my grandmother, and I was like, Nanny, I watched this, movie last night, and there was this guy with like a white mask with holes in it, and they kept calling him Jason. And she's like, oh yeah, that's Jason Voorhees. And she told me his like whole legend. And it was like a ghost story, kind of like sitting around the campfire. And I was like, whoa. She's like, yeah, there's more movies and stuff. So then I asked my dad to rent me Friday, the first one, from like our public library. And I remember watching that with my dad because my mom didn't want to watch it with me. And she was like, no, someone's got to watch it with you. You're, in case you get scared. And my dad doesn't really like horror movies. But I watched that with him. And I was hooked. Ever since then, I was like, There's
always a little sex scene in a Friday the 13th movie for a dad, though, so...
There's one in the living room with me and him watching the movie, so...
That is weird. So Jason, Paul, did your grandma watch horror movies?
No.
Yeah, mine never would have watched a horror movie. That's why I was so intrigued by your grandma being down.
Yeah. My grandmother, she played, like, PlayStation. She would play, like, Resident Evil and Devil May Cry. And...
That's so badass. I feel like because my grandma was born in 1927, I feel like during the Dust Bowl, like, you ain't got time for horror movies, you know? You're already scared of
Your
dirt.
life is a horror movie.
Yeah.
That was the year Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs, brother. Single season record until 1961, dude.
In the famous Dust Bowl, which was just a football game. That's all it was. People say it was like a big weather phenomena. Yeah. Go ahead, Dylan.
I wish I had a Babe Ruth right now.
There we go.
Candy bar.
Oh, Baby Ruth? It's underrated.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Wait, is the candy bar Baby Ruth or is it Babe?
Babe Ruth.
Go to your store. Kyle, run to 7-Eleven real quick. Come back with that.
Yeah, no, let me just go check my drawer right here because I have a bunch of candy in there. I really do.
But no, my grandmother was cool. I miss her because as I got older, I moved and stuff, and we kind of lost touch. But a lot of great memories watching like Ghost Adventures with her. And I remember one time she called me over because she couldn't beat this level on this Casper game. And I actually have the Casper game, not the actual one that she had, but it's the same game. And I remember I went over and beat it, and she just gave me this look of like, you motherfucker. And we'd watch horror movies. We watched like Freddy vs. Jason together. I remember asking her, like, Nanny, what is the scariest movie that you've ever seen? Like, give it to me. What's the scariest one? And she was like, oh, that's probably the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I was like, okay, well, I got to go watch that now. So back then, we had Blockbuster, but that was like a rare treat to go. So usually if I wanted like new movies, plus I wanted to buy them. I used to collect, like I'd go to the flea market. I'd go to pawn stores around where I lived because they'd have movie sections. It'd be cheap movies. So I remember like all the Saw movies, for instance. I got at this one pawn shop one weekend. They had like all of them, and I just bought them and watched them. And I found the Texas Chainsaw Massacre there too. And I remember where I was when I watched it. We visited my aunt's house in Georgia, and I immediately went to like the spare bedroom, had the little traveling car DVD player, and I popped it open and put Texas Chainsaw Massacre in there, and I just laid there on the bed and watched it. And by the time it was done, I was just like, this was the scariest movie? Like, what a crock of shit.
Got home and called your grandma an idiot.
Well, I did get, next time I saw Nanny, I was like, Nanny, I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What? Like, what was scary about that film? Yeah. Like, the performances? What are you talking about? And she's just like, I don't know.
My grandma was a big pussy too. She could barely
She
walk
was,
down.
or she had a big pussy.
Well, I was an 11-pound baby, so transfer that down a generation. Like, yeah, she probably did. I can concur, but
Big pussy grandma.
no, I was gonna make a joke, but now the momentum's dead.
God damn it, Kyle.
Back to your grandma's pussy, what?
Yeah, it was really like my dad told me it was really cool. So
The pussy or what?
the pussy. Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were trying to clarify it there. I thought you were still riffing. I was gonna say my grandma was a big pussy. She couldn't even walk down her stairs. She lived in a like the entrance to her house was on the second story, and she would never climb down the stairs. And I was gonna say she's a big pussy because she's scared of that.
Maybe she was scared of tripping on her fucking massive lips, tumbling down the steps.
Here we go.
Taking a stumble, brother. Oh my
It's
god.
like me trying to walk around the house in just a towel. It starts to fall down. I trip over it. My little hiney's out.
No, yeah,
It comes by, gives me a slap.
it passed down 2 generations to my balls because I experienced the same thing.
Your balls look like a big vagina.
No, they're just very long.
Very long testicle, but not the sack. It's just the actual testicle.
Yeah,
Really, it looks
It's
like
coils.
a jelly belly.
That would Huck. You have this just giant sack. Your nuts are still up close to your balls. They haven't like fallen or anything. You just got this.
I actually
like a-
store my balls in my ass cheeks, and that's what gives me my ass. They're so big.
So every time you sit down, you're just
Hey, that
in
was
incredible
funny.
pain.
Thanks, buddy. Every time I sit down, I'm hurting. Yeah. Anywho, back on course, perhaps.
Back on a little bit of course, even though kind of winging it, freestyling.
Well, Georgie, to answer your question real quick, the reason I chose horror was one, obviously, because I love horror movies and, they're fun to make. But I also just thought, just look at how many people have gotten their start in horror movies because they're cheap to make relatively, and well, not even just that. I mean, you can make any movie cheap, almost. But with horror movies, you can get away with making a cheap, bad movie and it still having some redeeming qualities to it. Whereas if you make a cheap drama, it's just going to come off as bad and like The Room.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that has an audience, but I don't want to be the person making The Room. I want to make.
That's a way more special. That's a way more special case than horror. I feel like because horror does have this cult following of the B movies and the low budget ones. So yeah, you can get your foot in the door. I feel like with horror maybe.
Look at The Evil Dead. I mean, we all love The Evil Dead. I think.
Oh yeah.
But if you watch it back, like imagine if that was the only thing they ever did. Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, they never went on to do anything else. That was their one attempt. It's kind of a goofy movie. There's hella continuity errors. There's, kind of goofy shit in it. It's not shot perfectly. I mean, I love the look of it because it's a very like cool aesthetic. But to like a knob or to the, a professional film world, they look at that and they're like, if that was to come out nowadays, I think people would think it's cheap trash. And I don't think that's the case.
People have the patience for. Well, I don't know. I don't know what do you know what like more what the indie horror world's like? Is there patience for like new low budget kind of like you might have to have some patience for at movies?
I don't know, dude.
Would you say that's what the All Hallows Eve is like?
All Hallows Eve's it's good. I mean, like, obviously Art's part's pretty, like his character's like just fun to look at. But yeah, I watched the whole thing, but I don't remember like.
So you're attracted to Art the Clown? That's what you're saying?
I do love that character, yeah.
But no, I don't know, dude. I think it depends. I think you're gonna have your haters. You're gonna have the people like me. I try and give every movie I watch a chance. Like there's some movies I know Georgie is like, how the fuck do you like those movies? But I just do. There's just I like a movie for the vibe of it, and
like Halloween Ends.
Yeah, Georgie's very opinionated on movies, that's for sure.
I know.
Hell House.
I do give. Oh man, I don't agree that Hell House is as bad as he says, but that is like I think a movie you might have to like give just more suspension of disbelief than you might in like a I don't know higher budget one. But
it just depends. Like I don't know. I think you just have to gauge it yourself. But like for me, I feel like more often than not, the people that wind up like hating on a fucking movie to some extreme, it's like. It almost to me feels like they went into it wanting to hate it, or they just want to say that they hate it, or they just want to make fun of it because they're like, well, hey, everyone else is hating on this movie. I can't be the only one who says I like it, or else what will that say about me? And that's lame if that's the case. But like my buddies out in Utah, they've made like some pretty solid films, I think, and I read some of the reviews and I read them and I'm like, you didn't even watch the fucking movie. Like, why are you leaving an awful review for a movie that you didn't watch, obviously, because all the things you're saying you have problems with, you wouldn't have problems with if you actually watched it. So it's like, are these reviews real? Are they just fucking some weird AI or spam shit? I don't fucking know, but it's weird. It's like...
Trolls even?
I feel like it's kind of like that thing of what they say about success is it's like skill plus luck or whatever, or like the right timing. Like... a critic watching, like, granted there is just bad movies, but like a critic watching a certain movie who has a certain proclivity for not liking that type of movie, you know what I mean? Like there could just be a chance that critic doesn't meld with that movie, and then that spawns the hate for it, which is a bummer. But like that being said, just to say, like it could just be like a lot of luck too, but I don't know.
I think that happened. I could be wrong about this, so forgive me. I think that happened with the original Halloween. I think it came out and it was a dud, but then Roger Ebert or somebody, or Siskel, whoever, gave it like a glowing review, and then that started like...
That happened with Evil Dead as well. Stephen King gave Evil Dead like the big review.
So right there.
Blew it up.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So I think what I love about the horror community is it seems like they're very open and accepting and like want to like, give people a shot, but at the same time, to me, it's just weird when like they trash one thing, but this other thing, and it's like, hey, this is not. I don't know, and I try not to be too judgmental because I know what it's like to make a film, but there's an obvious difference between like just some of the shit that you see on Tubi that is just, it's like, oh, they just shot this on their phone. They got one shot. They set up their phone once and got a take and moved on. And I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but when you see it, you see it. And I'm not trying to say my shit is like, the bee's knees or any better, but
well, I think maybe you're just saying like, because I could tell you put effort and you cared about your movies, or you may be saying like you can't see the effort or the care in some of those movies.
So I'd have to show you. I'd literally have to show you a visual. I'd have to like pick a film and show you what I mean.
Okay.
By like, look at this. Like this isn't a film. This is just.
I got you.
I think that's what we classify as charm too, right? Like when the movie's got some.
But that's so rare because like Blair Witch, that's charm or whatever, Well, that was the first of its kind. I don't know. What's a better example? Like. I don't know.
Evil Dead.
Never mind.
Evil Dead's just my go-to because even though I love Evil Dead. I love the look of it. I love the story. There's some goofy ass shit in it, and there's like big continuity errors. There's big technical errors, and and like some of the makeup's not great. Or, I mean, some of it is great, but some of it's not. So I think if that movie came out today, and it wasn't shot on like film, it was shot on a DSLR or something. Yeah, I don't know if people would respond to it, or they'd think it was just a cheap, rip-off or something like that. And it's just, that's where it's like,
it's totally
guys, just
fair.
like a movie if you like it. Just watch it removed from anything else and just decide if you like it or not.
I think, like language evolves over time, right? And like writing was different back in the 70s. I don't know if it's compelling me to me now because I was born in the 90s, sort of close to it. So yeah, I don't know what the distinction would be. Is if like I still like the dialogue and everything about it, because I was closer to it. So I'm more biased to that opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I have no idea what point you were trying to make with that.
Oh really? Just
were we talking about dialogue? Were we?
Just the fact that people want it, like they might not be as receptive to it nowadays. I figure I can lean that.
Okay, I see
like
what you're
that
saying
might
now.
be because of like time differences or whatever.
Yeah, but
Well, maybe, but I think honestly, for me, the thing that I think is the fact that so many people nowadays have the ability and the access to make movies and make basically whatever they want and get it on some kind of platform. There's just so much more competition now, and it's wide open. And
Okay.
I think there's just this like harsher judgment of what gets put out there because there's so much competition amongst us all. And I think that's kind of where that comes from. And, I get it. Like, also you got to think if people have all these streaming apps at their disposal and all these different things now, and you go to click on something that has a really cool poster, and then you spend your 90 minutes of evening that you have before you have to go to bed and go to work, and you watch some fucking bullshit thing that these people made in a weekend, and you can just tell. Like I said, I can't think of a good example because I don't want to call anything out, but there's just been shit. Like I was on Peacock the other day, and I was just like, what the fuck are some of these movies that are on here? I was like, this is insane that these are on. Like, and I'm not trying to knock someone's horror films, but it's just like...
The last Exorcist movie was trash, dude. Like, dude, there's high budget shit that it's like, wow, you really don't care like about the story. You don't care about telling a story. You don't care about like maybe themes that go into it. It's just like, okay, this is slop reskinned from 1990 or like, whatever. Like that last Exorcist movie pissed me off. I mean, I totally know what you mean in that regard, where there's there's too much pickings where you can't like sort through the bad ones because like I don't know, yeah.
So I think people are just on, they're just more apt to judge and be harsher, for all those different reasons. Excuse me, and that's where, to me, it's just tiresome. Like I'm trying to finish this movie that I'm working on now, which is a Sharp Candy film, and I don't even want to. This is a bad pitch for the film, but I don't even want to finish it. Wow. I don't think it's bad. I'm really proud of it, but it's just I'm so exhausted from trying so damn hard to make quality stuff as best as I can. I don't have all the know-how. I don't have all the money and the people to help me out. But I'm just chasing that dream, and more it's just like, oh well, hey, now you got to be you got to make content. You got to make content to push your other stuff and to advertise your other stuff. And it's like, I don't have a fucking flying.
Honestly, I do like when I come across a good, they try to do like a VHS filter, like I forget what they call that, like analog horror YouTube short. Like some of them get me and I like those shorts. But, that being said, that's kind of where content as a mass pull is headed towards, is short form and consistent 1 week uploads maybe, but yeah. And
I'm not, hey, people find money in that, find joy in that, and I like watching some of them too, but I'm saying is it's not for me. I've tried multiple different times to get into like a regular videos or shorts, and that just doesn't feel like me. I'm not interested in it. I just want to make like features.
Yeah.
And I don't even necessarily want to be big in Hollywood either. It would just be nice to get a little bit of a budget, make this be able to make a movie and go on to the next and just whatever. And it's just there's such a competition, and I know I'm shooting myself in the foot by not wanting to do all that other shit, but I don't have it in me. I've tried, and I'm not that guy. I've tried doing, like, you guys see the posters in this room behind me. I used to have a big VHS collection and everything, and I wanted to get into doing, like, what's up, guys? I'm Dylan Nix, and this is Crab Key Video. These are my top 5, and it's not me.
I do think that is a massive vehicle to push your shit. That is like the great thing about it is like it will get your stuff out there for people who do have the capacity to watch feature length stuff to like find it. That's the only downside of like that. Yeah, if you do end up making a little money, maybe pay somebody to do that could be a good idea. But like obviously that's your choice, whatever. But yeah, it is a massive vehicle for eyes, obviously, and yeah, that kind of sucks.
And it's just. The competition of it, I just, like I said, and there's all these people are doing it. It's just, I've been at my shit for 10 years since I graduated high school. And there have been times where I've been more consistent than other times and whatever, but my YouTube channel is only at 1,000 subscribers. And
yeah, I just subscribed. That skit I saw was great, but yeah, go on.
Appreciate it.
But
you know what I mean? It's just, I'm not that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I just want to make my movie and then go on to the next. I don't want to have to think like, oh, okay, well now I got to post these Instagrams and these TikToks. And I did a little bit of. I actually dressed up as Laugho and I purposely just did a film shoot for some Instagram shorts for the movie that I'm working on now. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they were kind of fun to make.
I think I did.
But,
yeah.
It took me like so much time and effort to just make those stupid little things, and for them to not get that like really any kind of views, it's just tiresome.
Yeah, and I know it's not like your vibe and stuff, but I will say just maybe if we get one listener one day, somebody might hear, it's like, yeah, it does take a lot of time at first, but once you get into the flow state of your work state or whatever, like it does become faster. But for me, I don't know how familiar you were with editing and stuff before, but like, I'm learning how to like do a lot of VFX stuff with shorts. That's taking me a lot of time, but as I'm like doing more and more, just getting into a flow state makes it easier. But yeah,
I think that's where I hate it. Is I mean I do edit. I think I've edited everything I've done, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. I mean, it is fun. It's fun to watch the edit come together, and I'm the person in the chair clicking the buttons, making the decisions, and no one's telling me this or that. But I fucking hate it. I hate having to like balance the audio, clip it, and get it right. It's so time consuming, and then you have to export it.
I relate.
And I just don't. It's not for me. It's not for me. I've done it out of necessity to make what I've made. But I think, especially after dealing with Serling, that just took so much out of me, editing-wise, that it's like, oh, I'm not, Like, I've done other little shorts, and even those little Laugho ads that I did, you have to export them so that they are the size for the phone for an Instagram short. And it's just, fuck this. Like, no. I've got too much other shit going on in my life to have to fucking worry about, oh, hey, my render failed. Like,
oh man, that just happened to us. I like was doing something and I was uploading. It just failed to upload. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Paul, let's kind of regroup here. We're coming in on an hour. Do you have a direction you want this to go, or like anything?
No, I mean, I just kind of wanted to. I thought this would be a fun little bonus episode type thing.
Yeah, I didn't know, so I figured I would ask because we're coming up.
I think we've brought out the titles of every single one of Dylan's features and some of the side projects and stuff. Dylan, you also have a book out as well, Bus 576. That's available on Kindle as well as in print on Amazon.
Read it.
I did.
You did.
How is it, Paul?
It's good. I recommend it. Ow.
All right.
I just dropped something on my foot.
On Amazon.
But I mean, if we're winding into the finale of it all, I had already spoken. No, nice, the bookmark.
Oh hell yeah! It doesn't even have to be a finale. I just wanted to kind of get you back on track since you're leading it.
Read it.
That's not even an official copy.
Wait, is it a knockoff? Did Paul get a knockoff?
Read all like Sharp
this.
Candy books and
This isn't. Stuff. It's not pointed towards like teens or kids, is it?
No. Nope.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so.
There's a warning on the front that says for like adults.
Gotcha, because it
ages
looks like
6 and up.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
I basically wanted to do like a Goosebumps but for adults.
Yeah, that's sick.
Like what if the Haunted Mask, was for adults, like real sexy,
Yeah.
Just tons of fucking
like
sex and violence and.
Like you really want.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the real
Fuck the
scares
Haunted
are
Mask.
like the pregnancy scares, the STDs. Yeah.
So the Haunted Mask, but it's a condom that you can't take off.
Yes.
And it's super tight.
Yeah,
And it's made from like previous penis skin.
Yep. It gets meaner and meaner every second you wear it, so you're really hitting it good at that point.
And then at the end of the thing, like all the other flying condoms made from human penises are flying around Carly Beth as she's trying to find.
Sort of in
I guess
orbit.
it would work with a woman.
Sort of in orbit around her mouth.
Well, it wouldn't work actually if it's a woman, right? It has to be.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. She's haunted by the man who
Chris
inserted
Farley
himself
Beth.
into her. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, have either of you guys? Okay, have you seen Weapons, Dylan?
Nope.
Yet? Are you stoked about it at all?
Nope.
Ah, damn it! I'm so stoked about it.
So I kind of am because I loved Barbarian, but did I say that weird? It felt like I said Barbarian.
Sound fine.
No, I loved Barbarian, but Weapons when the trailer came out, so I've been writing this book for like 2 years, Bus 576, and it's about 37 school children that go missing with their school bus. And
Dude,
it's
I
bus
didn't know
driver.
that before I said that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's about a school bus full of school children that goes missing with their bus driver, and then the whole town is like flipping out, and like one of the kids' dad starts flipping out and like blaming the bus driver, and there's like FBI's investigating it and shit. So then I watched this trailer for Weapons, and I'm like, oh, good. It's about a bunch of kids that go missing, and then the town starts blaming the teacher, and and so I'm just like, cool, whatever. Great minds think alike, I guess, or anything, but
Parallel
So-
thinking. That's insane.
So I saw that, and I was like, oh, I have to get my book out there before this movie fucking comes out, or else I have to at least feel a little bit better that like my book came out first, even though it's just a pure coincidence. And it's not even, I don't think they're similar other than that general point, but to me, I was telling McKenna, my fiance, this, like, as I was writing the book, I was like, I have to get this book out there because there's going to be a fucking movie or something with a similar, like, super similar plot. And I thought that's what was funny was with Weapons, the teacher gets blamed for the kids going missing and like Josh Brolin plays a dad in it who is a dad of one of the kids that is missing, and like he's pushing for like it's her fault.
Yeah,
and
he's using her as the scapegoat.
And in my book, a dad does the same thing. So it's just kind of it kind of was a little sore. I still want to see the movie, but it's just like, oh.
Yeah, that's insane.
Wow.
Yeah, Paul, did you tell me that before?
What?
That his book is similar to Weapons?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I brought up the only thing I think I've brought up with you before is the Murderos parallel.
Yeah, with Art the Clown. I love Terrifier as a series and stuff. Yeah, so that sucks that like it could have been plagiarized.
I don't want to say that. It just,
I could edit that out too if that's because that's a statement.
Well, no, it's really fine. Like I used to be a big fan of that series too. I really loved All Hallows Eve and the first Terrifier. Like I have an Art the Clown on my.
Oh wow, sick. Okay.
Because when I saw those, I was going through a bad time, like just in my life, and those kind of re-sparked like a creative urge in me, and so I really loved it for that, and it was before it got big, so I had this feeling. I was like, Art the Clown looks so fucking cool. This is gonna hit. like at some point, and then a couple months later it got put on Netflix, and then it became, you know, this big fucking massive thing. And I still, I like Art the Clown, but like I watched Terrifier 2 in theaters, and it was too gnarly for me. I was like, nope. I
honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to get through Terrifier 4, because I felt that way, same way during Terrifier 2. Terrifier 3, I was like even more like, damn, this is fucking hard to watch, dude. And then,
yeah, and it just, to the point where it's not fun anymore.
Yeah,
like,
almost.
And if you do have fun during it, like, you know, fine, but I can't comprehend that. Like, I was having a rough time during Terrifier 2.
There is an art to the...
well, yeah, he's the main character.
To the assumption. True. To the assumption, or like the off-screen kills and stuff like that. Like, really seeing it all out might be implication. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Dennis. Yeah.
I didn't even see Terrifier 3. Like, I don't want to say I'm not a fan anymore, but it's not for me.
It is gnarlier.
I still love All Hallows Eve and the first Terrifier. But yeah, there's just been little things with like that franchise. And I'm not saying there's been a copy. I just think it's a pure case of like great minds think alike, and there's so many of us out here trying to make shit. You're bound to copy, or you're bound to like have a similar idea, and it's what's going to happen. But it doesn't help when you're the person who doesn't have a following, and you're the one who doesn't. It makes you just want to give up. I'll be straight honest with you. Like, there's been times where, like with the weapons thing we were just talking about, I saw that and I was just like, again, even though I think the movie's probably way different than my fucking book, just the fact that there's like, oh, cool, like such a similar, you know, hook. It's like, fuck, okay. And then with Art the Clown Terrifier, you know, everyone's sick of killer clowns now, and they just want Terrifier. And there's been little things like the Murderos, and then which was in my Spook-A-Thon, which came out first before Terrifier 2. And I feel like there's been some other shit, you know, here and there. But there's also probably shit that I've accidentally, or that might be similar to Art the Clown in All Hallows Eve, even though I didn't see those movies until after I created my shit. Those movies. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things that...
It happens in the comedy world. It happens in the comedy world all the time. And, like, there is, like... Only, like, no, there is infinite possibilities, but it sometimes does seem like there's only a lot of, only a certain amount of angles you can go. I don't know, yeah.
Perfect example, one that just happened to me, like, 2 days ago. There's this horror movie coming out called Good Boy. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. I don't remember the director's name or anything. But it's about, it's a movie set from the point of view of a dog as his owner's being haunted. And... sounds intriguing, and what's funny is a couple months, or probably like a year ago now, I started trying to do this new little YouTube short series called Short Candy, where it was like 1 to 2 minute long little sharp candy episodes, and I played, like, I'm, as Dylan Nix, I'm the host, like the R.L. Stine Goosebumps show, and I did an episode, and then I had like 3 or 4 other ones planned, and one of them was called What the Dog Saw. And it literally was like a haunting story, but from the point of view of the dog, where like the person doesn't see the ghost, but the dog does. And like I was gonna film it, and then I just said, never mind. I don't want to do all this other shit. And then lo and behold, I see that, and I'm like, oh, good.
if I can interject, it kind of sounds like you have your finger on the pulse, bro. And like,
yeah. I was going to say, there's also a horror comic called Stray Dogs that I think is based on that same premise.
There's also a book, I was in the bookstore the other day, and the name of the book was What the Dog Saw. Like, I don't know what it was about. I just was like, oh, what a...
Last year there
how
was
does
that...
the title match?
There was that movie from the POV of the ghost. I forget what it was called. It was alright, but yeah, that's a similar presence. No. It wasn't
Whoopi Goldberg?
It wasn't Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg having sex.
Yeah. the celebrity hookup everyone wanted to see.
In terms of a ghost threesome, you know, I don't know about that one. Wait, who's the ghost of that movie? Patrick or
Swayze.
Whoopi? Oh.
It's Swayze.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I've never even fucking seen Ghost.
I've never
but-
seen it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just pretty sure it's Swayze. Because it
It's
would
a
be
solid
weird if the
flick.
ghost was the one in front getting, like, straddled by the real person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I appreciate what you're saying. Like with like me, like maybe I have my finger on the pulse or something. But
Yeah.
the problem is I don't have the money or the means to get these projects done in time, and they're going to turn out lesser than. So like, I don't have the following, and it's just like, it's so disheartening to work on something for so long, and then when you, all right, I'm about to release it, you see something similar comes out, and you're like, oh,
Trumped, yeah.
okay, and you know,
Beans.
so that's
Yeah,
what
that's a bummer.
that's where I get kind of, or that's kind of where I'm at now. It's just everyone is a content creator and they're more in tuned to what it takes than I am because I'm not even interested in doing that. So I don't know. It's like I feel like I've made my films and I've got this one more that I'm working on. I might come back to it at some point, but I don't want to keep doing it the way I've been doing it for the past 10 years. Like if I make another feature, I want it to be with a film crew and a budget, and we're trying to do shit the right way.
Like I said
And-
before, man, I think a sugar daddy solves all your problems. Little gay for pay action, you can't go wrong.
My ass has been open to the idea since day one. So I worked on House of Cards. I was an extra, and I had some scenes with Kevin Spacey, and I would just think like, I would think to myself like, what if, you know, Kevin said, "Hey, I'll be in your film, but you got to give me a little something," and I probably would have said no, but. Sounds kind of tempting.
You
Not
could
saying
probably
Kevin
get
would
him to do that now.
You say that now, but in the moment, you don't know how charming he is. And a little GAYSEX with Kevin
Fucking
Spacey don't sound too
Kaiser
good.
Listen.
Soze standing there half chubbed, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He was super. Listen, he was super like funny because we were in between like takes, and he was going around the room and just like telling jokes, and like it was a really cool thing at the time because I used to be a big fan of that. Still am a big fan of that show, and I never thought I'd be on House of Cards, and then, you know.
yeah.
Was that just like a backstage or like one of those casting sites thing, or what? Did you know somebody?
No, I was living like close to where they were filming, and I just was like on Facebook, and that's where their casting website was. And I
Oh,
just
cool.
applied.
They used to do
Oh, that's
casting
sick.
calls all
They
the
did both
time
those.
around here, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Back in the Wire
So-
days, or what?
No, for The Wire, or not The Wire, for fucking House of Cards. Like, you would see it all the
Oh.
time. I was here in Maryland. I think they still had like a couple seasons left to go because I was, Robin Wright filmed close to the liquor store I worked at when she came in to replace Spacey after that kid couldn't have waited like 2 more years to fucking out him so that we could have gotten the proper conclusion to that show. But
Oh, that's hilarious.
hey, yeah.
I love that show so much, and I'm glad they at least gave us a final season, but that final season was pretty unsatisfying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it
no,
looks like the House of Cards fell down.
Kevin Spacey found it very unsatisfying.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to like mention that I don't know. I signed an NDR.
Oh, an NDA? Or
NDA.
a non-disclosure
NDA. What is
agreement?
NDR?
Non-disclosure.
No.
Could be the
Roof.
same thing. Agreement is the
Not
acronym
doing
part.
NDR's not
And
doing
NDA.
roofies with Kevin Spacey.
I feel like I could
No.
be a good asshole stand-in for somebody as like an extra, but
Oh,
I don't
you
know if
wanna
I
be
have
a-
acting chops.
you wanna be a
like
butt
my
double?
asshole.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
it's
the
got
hole.
good spokes on the tire. You know what I mean?
Oh, being an extra sucks. Like I
Does
would
it?
never do it again. It's so. Not only are you just like treated like shit, like people, you know, like I have so many stories of fucking prop masters and shit thinking they're the fucking dog diggity, and so all that aside, you're just there for a long ass day. I mean, you're getting paid, but like it just you're there and you're just fucking waiting around.
Yeah,
and
you're like on
treated like
call
shit.
the whole time.
It's crazy
And
to
then-
think a prop master was probably one day thinking he was just the hottest shit, and then he just handed Alec that gun. And
Alec Baldwin. I think there's a difference between weapons master and props master, though.
Hey.
But yeah,
I don't know.
I just ruined your riff.
Thanks.
I was, yeah, whatever. Fuck
But
this
also-
podcast.
When you're an extra, you have to, you're miming. You're not actually, you don't talk to the people, so you're having to mime a conversation, and unless you have time to work out with your, the other person who you're talking, like, hey, do you want to talk and I'll listen, or then you're both trying to and you're looking this person in the fucking eye and miming a conversation, and it's just so uncomfortable and it's not for me. It's not for me.
For podcast listeners, Paul's eating the groceries or eating the booty. Didn't you used to say eating the groceries for eating the booty, or am I
I think
tripping?
that was Thomas.
Okay. Well, it's just one guy.
It's and for anyone that doesn't know who Thomas is, they won't.
There's way too much lore that is buried in a lost episode.
And we got I'm gonna check time real quick.
That's
We're
okay.
chilling.
No one's listening this long into this fucking episode.
I know, this is an
that's-
hour 16.
Well, that's good, because as we start to wind it down, we're doing a thing. So we're not going to choose the movies. Dylan's going to choose the movies for us next week. But I had originally set up a thing at the end of Dylan's former podcast, now defunct, possibly in hiatus. I'm not sure the status. They used to do trivia. So I went ahead and I set up a little trivia competition between the Knicks.
way, we got a
From
segment.
horror flicks from Heart and Knicks, and Kyle defending the spooky movie double feature show. Kyle,
Oh, shit.
and so Kyle, you're really stepping into the fucking ring with a maestro here, a little bit of a horror maestro.
I'm the dumb one on this podcast.
That's okay. That's okay. I have good feelings. I wrote these questions completely impartial. Trust me. And so, yeah, I was going to do it as a competition originally to see who picks the movies, but then I was like, fuck it. Dylan's giving up part of his time. He's being so nice and gracious, talking to us, blessing us with stories and all that such. I'll just let him pick the movies. So we'll get to that after the trivia. But, gents, are you ready? Kyle, I'm going to need a phone. I'm going to need phones down for trivia.
Sorry, I was going through notes, see if there's anything I wanted to say, but
Okay.
we're kind of done talking about the movies.
Okay. For what it is worth, I recommend all of Dylan's work.
I don't.
I'm locked in, baby. I also don't recommend Dylan's work, so I can keep it all to myself because it's so good,
Well-
baby. Let's go.
Kyle, what was the thing that you liked the most of what you saw?
Okay, so I was gonna have this thing, or I think I already did say that you held on shot super long in the beginning of the first part of Baron von Laugho's thing, and then I was like for that segment, because you only did that for that segment in that movie.
Short answer.
Okay.
What was your favorite segment in Von
I'm
Laugho's
thinking of your
poem?
audience.
Yeah.
They're not this far along. They ain't listened to the rest of it.
Short
Dude, honestly,
answer.
when you showed that girl naked at the end of Demon of Serling,
Oh, you actually liked that. Oh.
it was a joke, honestly.
like, God,
but I'm not trying to diss the girl. I was just trying to make a joke, Paul.
I'd rather seen David fucking full spread.
You guys had a lot of mosquitoes in that house that day, huh? All right.
Favorite segment from Baron von Laugho, Kyle. Go.
I literally just wanted an answer of what project.
Oh,
you
sorry.
liked the most.
I was
And then you
riffing
made
on
fun of one of my
Elsa.
actresses, which I found distasteful. And I have to
That
say
is
that.
true. Anywho, Baron von Laugho's Halloween Spook-A-Thon, it had a lot of diversity, and every short was a different style. Yeah,
So you didn't like Demon of Serling?
I did.
All right, Georgie, ask the trivia.
On with the trivia. Dylan, your first question. A total of 9 actors have played Jason Voorhees according to the Internet Movie Database. Name them.
That ain't happening. Patrick Warburton.
Hey, Corey Feldman.
You said 9?
Yeah.
Kane Hodder, obviously.
Yeah. That's
C.J. Graham.
nice.
My brain. Derek Mears.
Yep.
I cannot. Ken Kersinger.
Yeah, baby.
Hold on. Oh, fuck. What is his? I can see his name, but it's like blurry. I can see his fucking face. But I can't.
Wasn't Sulu from Star Trek one of them?
Respect the questions, Kyle. Respect the questions.
I mean, if maybe it can be like, because I've already gotten how many now?
You have 4.
I'm gonna tell you, if the questions are on this tier of difficulty, I'm not getting any of them.
Kyle, do you know any of them?
I know Kane Hodder, you know.
So I've named 4 and there's 5 left.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Robert
Yeah,
Englund.
No.
You fucking moron. No.
All right, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
No, yeah, I don't. I think that's all. I know there's others, obviously. Ted White.
Hey, you got Ted White. Holy shit, you got Ted White. That's like,
the first Jason, like, I know you're gonna say his name, and I'm gonna be like, I know, yep,
yeah.
but
Do you at least know like the first name on that one?
Trick question. His name is Jason.
No, it's not it.
Oh,
it's
damn.
not it, Kyle.
I'm not, dude. I'm blanking. I literally, my brain keeps thinking of Irving Kushner, and I know that's not it.
No, I don't see that on here. No, you're thinking of. You ready for me to just tell you? Oh.
Can we say like missed question those probably negative 1,000 points?
No.
You're just, I'm trying to think of all the fucking Friday the 13th movies, but just go ahead. I think that's on.
So you missed Tom Morga, Richard Brooker, Warrington Gillette, and Ari Lehman.
Ari was. That's why I was thinking of Irving, because I kept thinking Ari. I don't know.
Right, but you got 5, so we'll give you a point. Give you a point just for pure.
I got Ted White.
Yeah,
Come
you
on,
got
now.
Ted White. That's worth a point. All right, Kyle, your first question. Fill in the blank. Friday the.
All right. Okay, I know we just went over this question. And there's only so many answers. So I'll start from 1. Is it 1?
All right, Friday the.
2? Oh, 13?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
Friday the 13th. All right, that is 1 point for Kyle.
All right, we got an asymmetrical quiz here, boys.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Nixie, your second question. What
At
kind
negative 1 points, Nixie.
Nixie, what kind of ship was the Orca?
Oh, what the fuck? A boat. I don't know. What the fuck? What kind of ship was the Orca?
Yeah, what kind of ship was the Orca?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, not gonna know that one.
All right, that was a Nova Scotia style fishing vessel.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
I'm sure. All right, Kyle, you
Wait,
ready,
okay.
Kyle, you
This
ready for
that
question
had
2?
nothing to do with a horror movie?
That's a Jaws question, so that has everything to do with a horror movie. All right, Kyle, your second question. In 1978, Jaws got a sequel. What is the sequel's full title?
Ooh, damn. Okay, because I know they added a number after it, but I'm not sure. Is
And a
it 13?
subtitle.
No.
It's not 13?
What? The sequel
Okay,
to Jaws.
Jaws 2?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, let's go.
Good question.
What's the tagline, motherfucker?
Didn't say.
These gills were made for biting.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, Dylan.
Just when you thought these gills couldn't get any bigger.
Nixie. Question
Okay,
number
hold on.
3.
talk about the Jaws 2 dummy change of like adding an evil henchman scar to it? Like that's all they did is they just added an evil henchman scar to the Jaws model.
Well, and then they
got
burned
Jaws
half of its
too.
face.
He got burned.
No, I know. I saw the
He's
first
a burn
movie.
victim, you
I
dick.
saw the first movie. These people need to be treated like normal people. They don't like being
They're
ostracized.
sharks.
Not even people. All right.
All right,
Did
is
you
that
think
a
that
point?
was a human in the ocean eating all those people? It's
Kyle-
a shark.
Kyle has a
I
commanding
assume
lead.
so.
2-1. Kyle has a commanding lead right now. Really bringing home the honor for the spooky movie double feature show.
Because you asked me about a boat.
Nick C. All right, hey, here we go. In 1989's Intruder, what is the name of the supermarket?
Damn, dude, you went. This, you know, I used to do this podcast, Horror Flicks with Hart Nicks, and my co-host Jeff would always fucking like talk me up about like, Nixie like crushes these trivia things, and I'm not that good. I never thought I was that good at it, and it's pretty obvious now.
You won
Like,
a lot.
Did I? I don't
Yeah,
remember
you
winning.
won.
I always thought I remembered being like, oh fuck, and it's hyped up like, oh, Nixie's gonna crush it, and it's just like
Dylan
asked these
Nix, the
questions.
humble devil.
I'm just like, I don't fucking know this shit. I get lucky. I get Ted White lucky, where that name just popped in my head.
Ted White, dude. Teddy.
I don't know. I feel like it's there's nothing in my brain. Supermarket. I don't know.
It was the
It's
Walnut
just called-
Lane Market.
Nope. Would have never guessed that.
All right.
We did an ep on Intruder, and
So did they.
I also just didn't hear what you just said. What's it called? I don't even know the market.
The Walnut Lane Market.
Walnut Lane Market. Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, your third question. 1989's Intruder included multiple horror movie alumni, most notably Bruce Campbell. Kyle, name one other Bruce Campbell movie.
Ooh, good one. Evil Dead, baby.
All right, yes. Yes.
Technically, it's the Evil Dead. But whatever.
All right, Dylan. William Butler states that he has been killed by Freddy, Jason, and Leatherface in the special features for this movie.
Oh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Kyle, same question.
I'm going to say Leatherface, whatever he just said.
Go ahead.
I don't know. What was the? Ask the question again. I was kind of looking out my window thinking about.
It says William Butler
other
states
things.
that he has been killed by Freddy, Jason, and Leatherface in the special features for this movie. And I can't
the
accept
special
Leatherface
features for
because
this
that's
movie.
technically two different Texas Chainsaw movies.
I don't remember what Dylan just said to answer the question again. All I heard
Well,
was
then it sounds like he doesn't get a point.
Yes, I can't believe
Move
you.
Yeah,
Can't believe you-
honestly, on the most
I
softball
can't
question
believe you
gave
missed
me,
a fucking
I wasn't
point
listening.
on that one. God.
I can.
All
All right,
I wasn't listening.
Nixie, fill in the blank. A Nightmare on.
Elm Street?
Keep going.
What do you mean?
Keep going. I need the full name.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors.
Oh my God, you nailed it on the first try. A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. I tried to throw you a curveball. You got me. Wow. And in a surprising turn of events, it's all tied up. 3 to
Is
3.
it?
It's 3 to 3. It's 3 to 3. Because Kyle missed the exact same question.
I whipped. I
All right,
wasn't
Kyle.
listening.
For the
I'll
win.
take that one on the shoulder.
What is your favorite Scream movie?
I'm gonna say Jaws too. Let's
right,
give Dylan the
Dylan
win.
wins.
Yeah,
He's the
Scream-
best.
I mean, the first one is my favorite.
The first one's the best one. Yeah, it should be.
Scream 1's great.
Should be everyone's favorite.
What'd you think of Scream 6?
I liked 6. I didn't
I-
like 5.
Yeah. same here.
I also enjoyed Scream in the City.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
Anyway, Dylan, what
um,
movies are we watching next week?
So I went through the list you sent me, Georgie. I wanted to make sure it wasn't stuff you guys have watched for the pod before.
Right.
So I don't think these were on there. I think they're available to stream. maybe Tubi. I don't know anymore. Or Prime. You might have to rent them. But I thought it'd be fun for you guys to check out Body Bags. For the pod. John Carpenter's Body Bags. And Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. They're both horror anthologies, and I thought they'd be fun for you guys to like kind of pitch together.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I like that our first anthology isn't like Trick or Treat and shit. So, and I haven't seen those movies, so I'm super down.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be on that podcast, so I just want to say, like, I think these two flicks are, like, I love them. I think they're underrated horror anthology movies.
Cool. I'm excited. What years are these from, roughly? I mean, I'm sure John Carpenter's is probably like 80s.
I think so, if not like 1993 or some shit.
Okay.
And then Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, I want to say that's 90s too.
Okay.
I just somewhere in there. 97 maybe?
A couple of
maybe
90s horror anthologies. Do they feel 90s? Because that's always a fun time.
I really can't remember if they are like 89 or not. I love the vibe of them, and I think the stories are fun. And you never hear anyone talk about them.
Okay.
And I think they're really both great horror like anthologies. Like, had I seen them prior to me ever doing the Spook-A-Thon, they probably definitely would have been a influence on me. But I didn't see them until kind of over the past like 3 years. I did Body Bags on my podcast, so
nice.
Whenever that was.
Awesome.
So.
Well,
Yeah, that'll be easy up then. Just kind of listen and spout that back out.
Well, Dylan, we appreciate you showing up. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, it was fun, guys.
Thanks for doing the interview. Maybe we'll have you on again sometime to just review a couple flicks with us. Do a more.
Talk not about things that make me depressed, like my films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about other people's films that bring me joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talk about what makes them depressed.
Yeah.
Me and Paul do that.
We'll get into the mindset of the filmmaker. How are they depressed while they made this? But
Thanks, guys, and sorry we went a little long, but
Great movies. Great.
Great.
You already recommended them. I can't recommend them enough if you're just in the mood for indie horror that makes you want to look at the screen.
Actually, Baron von Laugho's Halloween Spook-A-Thon is in our yearly spooky movie watch list because Kristen really enjoys that one.
which is crazy.
And my favorite
crazy.
short from that one is the last one. I don't remember the title of the short, but I like the one where the guy is going like door to door Bible dude, and then he should have written the name. What's the name of that segment, Dylan?
The Hallowed Sin.
The Hallowed Sin. That's my jam. I like that one.
Hell yeah.
What?
I don't. Anyways, goodbye.
All right, thanks.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dylan.